VAT reminders drain hundreds of hours from accountants each year without generating any revenue. Clients miss deadlines, creating compliance risk and frustrating last-minute scrambles. Manual processes trap you in administrative work instead of allowing you to offer more advisory services. Fix this and you'll transform this wasted time into a revenue stream of around £30,000 annually, while reducing client errors by up to 76%. Ignore it and you'll keep losing money on unpaid, untracked labour costs, and it might open the door for competitors to come and steal your clients by offering better automation services. Hi, I'm Phil. I run an AI automation agency. I've been coding automation and software since 2007, and currently we're working with a lot of accountants in the UK who are struggling with VAT reminders and want to get ahead of the game with the upcoming Making Tax Digital changes. So what am I going to discuss in this video? Well, what we want to try and do is help you make more money from the situation, actually. Improve your revenue by around £30,000 per year. You can do this by packaging up the VAT reminder services and the Making Tax Digital services into a package to provide more value for your customers. We're even looking at using some cool AI tools like the automated voice calls. So if you've got a client that prefers being called about the VAT reminders, we can potentially automate that with AI and it actually sounds like you. And that's something we're looking into at the minute. What are we going to talk about in this video? Well, there's going to be three key things. Number one, why MTD, Making Tax Digital, is going to make automation essential. Number two is how to package automation up as a premium service. And then finally, number three, value-based pricing strategies. Okay, so let's go to key point number one. Why the new Making Tax Digital changes are making automation sort of essential. So the UK government are bringing in a lot of changes to the regulations about self-employed and how often they have to submit reminders. So some stats, Making Tax Digital affects 80% of accountants, with income tax deadlines hitting 1.7 million sole traders starting in 2026. So the manual VAT process that then you're going to have to start doing for Making Tax Digital, those manual processes will just collapse because of the actual sort of reporting rules that are going to be coming in. Firms handling filings manually risk errors causing 9.9 billion in annual UK penalties. So some studies with some of the companies that have automated systems, they've reduced mistakes by 76%, saving 26 to 40 hours per client every year. Critics argue automation is expensive to implement. Yet, however, what we're finding with some of our zero customers is we're able to integrate with their API and existing workflows to make things a lot easier. So there's a company called Smith & Associates, automated reminders, reclaimed 20 hours monthly and saw 40% faster client responses, which is really interesting. So how do you get up and running? Start small and start seeing if you can set up some email automation, some reminder system for the VAT deadlines that you've got for some customers. Next, you can start looking at sort of MTD compliant portals and VAT compliant portals where clients can upload sort of missing documentation and things like that. So it's less of a chasing for you and less to and froing in terms of, oh, if you email this over, I'll upload it here or whatever. If you give the clients access and you've got a central spot where you can just go and get all the information you need, it's going to make things easier for you and your accountancy practice. So now we've talked about that, let's discuss how we can then start packaging this up efficiently and you can offer it as a paid service. So point number two, packaging automation as a premium service. So your clients are going to pay for the outcomes, not the actual tasks you're going to take to get there. So if you're doing sort of free VAT reminders, you're just another commodity, you're just another accountancy service. Bundled services increase the perceived value of what you do. I think it's a bit of a mentality switch as well. Most accountants do this because that's how we've always done it. But again, going back to the Smith & Associates, they charge £15 per month per client for automated reminders and document portals, generating £30,000 annually from 200 clients. So people are saying that some clients won't pay, yet 80% of clients have adopted this when shown time savings and error reductions. So some people have been creating bundles that have compliance checks, real-time tax dashboards, and advisory access. They've started with a tiered pricing with some £10 a month for basic alerts, £25 for portals, and £50 plus for strategic tax insights. So it's about how you position this. So security, time savings, and peace of mind. It's not like a software adoption. If you balance that up, it's either £10 a month for this service, or it's £100+ for any late fees, and you'll know better than me. The numbers skyrocket. The more errors you make, the more you get fined, and it's just this sort of snowball effect. And it's a win-win. Clients avoid the late fees, you and your team avoid more and more administrative tasks. So let's break down how we can start pricing this strategically. So key point number 3, value-based pricing strategies. So start charging for results, not the actual hours you spend. Chatting with my own accountant, he talks about that the industry has a number of billable hours a year. But if you can actually start removing that from your practice and start charging on value, you'll be able to make more money from the same number of clients that you're already serving. So clients that save £1,560 annually via 40 reclaimed hours charge at 10 to 20% of that value. So that could be between £150 and £300 that you charge for that service because of the hours you've saved yourself and your client. And if you think about it, going back to the billable hours, you plan that out for the year, that caps your income. And if you are then busy, you're actually reducing the amount you charge per hour because you're doing extra work, paying overtime, hiring VAs. Have you had to pay a fine on behalf of a client as well? Your profit margins will shrink. If you switch to value-based pricing, it ties the fees to outcomes like error reduction and penalty avoidance instead of just like how long it's taken us. So a £30 a month fee feels fair when compared to £300 of potential fines. So that 10% of what you've said to client. One firm converted 65% of clients by demonstrating automated reminders, cut late submissions by 90%. Pushbacks have happened, but 72% of accountants using this model report higher profits and higher client retention, which is interesting. You're actually charging more, but customers are seeing your value, happier with the service, and are going to stay longer. So you've got to start tracking the metrics if you want to try and switch over to this value-based model. Show client how many hours they've saved and how much risk this reduces for the penalty payments. You can then offer pricing tiers, again, like I mentioned, that allows you to scale with the level of service that you're offering, not the effort. So like I say, you could start with basic email reminders, but if you wanted a phone call, SMS, WhatsApp, you can then add this on as a tiered layer. The same process, the same thing you have to do no matter what, but you're now charging more for the same service. And if you automate it, a lot of it is just pure profit. The key to this is implementing the automation, packaging it smartly, and then pricing things for value. So it's going to convert sort of the administrative tasks into revenue. So I hope you found this video useful. If you want help getting up and running with this sort of automation, I'll put a link below in the description to our discovery call. It's 30 minutes, no string attached call. We can look at sort of implementing this automation inside your accountancy firm by the end of the year, by the end of 2025, using your VAT reminders as a test bed. You're ready for then the Making Tax Digital legislation to come in, but you won't be impacted in your business and you'll be able to charge for this service too.